What is going on, guys? Monk7Mad here today with a brand new preview for my exclusive pack V1, which I've only just released. And this pack is something which I'm hoping will make a pretty big difference to the current graphics section of YouTube. Personally, I think that the section on YouTube for graphics at the moment, especially the graphic packs, are becoming a little bit stale. It seems to be a little bit of the old same old, same old. And those that have been following me on YouTube or have seen some of my videos will hopefully know that, especially with the graphic packs, that I'm trying to be something different. And I've always tried to make things like new, never before seen stuff, so that, you know, you get something which you didn't have before. I downloaded about 10 packs the other day. I don't even think I got one new thing different from each pack. They were all virtually copy, paste, copy, paste. And I'm pretty pleased to announce that this is the first pack that I've released that is 100% custom made from scratch, brand new, completely and utterly brand new, every single piece. So this pack is very unique at the time of this video being recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you guys a preview. If you're interested at any point, the link is in the description, and it will take you to this page here, and on this page you can see the pack content, and I also listed that I spent over 55 hours on it. To be honest, it's more likely over 60 hours. I've put a lot of time and effort into this, and I really hope that you guys can see that there's a lot gone into this as well. Now with this pack, I've tried to be as fair as I can, and I've tried to cover a lot of ground, loads of different styles and loads of different types, looking at what you guys have been most interested in, while looking at videos of not my own but of other people's as well. So I've created some custom textures which are a bit cool, and of course not everything is going to appeal to everyone, but there are essences which I'm hoping will appeal to some people. Now, not everything is as aggressive, but there are a few bits and pieces in there which I'm hoping cover quite a lot of ground. Now with my pack, I've always tried to keep this sort of unique look, or unique feel anyway, something that you guys have never seen before, as I previously said. Now, although you guys are interested in some content, I've tried to take that, so things like oil stocks, I know they're quite popular at the moment, and I've tried to put my own little twist on them. I mean, this was made from a paintbrush, and I just sort of took it from there, and I think that's a really nice one. In fact, I think quite a lot of the pack is really nice, and of course it's going to sound biased when I say it. But you know, there's a large variety of bits and pieces, not just in the sort of types that are there, but also sort of the complete styling. So we've got some 2D textures, we've got a 3D section, so we've got things like chains and things like that, and this is a really, really handy, probably not the most flattering one to automatically choose, but there is a huge variety available. And the great thing about this is that they're all individually unique themselves, in that, you know, they've got a different material, so they've got a different style, so they work with different things. We've got some rusted, we've got some clean, we've got some plain, so you guys can make your own different texture effects on them. There is absolutely so much potential available, and it's also such a time saver to have things like that. There's also a lot of realism in quite a few parts as well, you know, to make things a little bit more interesting. Some of this stuff can be used not just in YouTube backgrounds, but in manipulations. And, you know, it's really handy to have things like this, because a lot of people with their packs these days, they just make it for raking in views. I'm one of the sort of down-to-earth people that I just want to make a nice difference. I want to see people, you know, using my stuff, and they like it, and they go, I managed to do this with the help of this. I've always been one of those people that like to help. Unfortunately, my time at the moment is running very, very slim. I'm returning back to university next month to finish my degree, so I'm going to be pretty busy. But I'm just one of the I like to think I'm one of the down-to-earth people. A lot of people have said that in my videos as well. I'm a pretty down-to-earth person. I'm trying to listen to guys what you guys are interested in. Those that have looked at the Synergy speed art will recognise this straight away. It's actually the scenery used in the Synergy Speed Art. And you know, even in its texture form, this is extremely helpful, and you can manipulate this sort of thing to make your own 3D stuff, especially if you don't have things like Cinema 4D. Now, a lot of packs are primarily designed with a lot of Cinema 4D content, and I guess in a way Photoshop as well, but with textures and stuff you can sort of move it around, but you know, I've tried to be a bit fair in that, you know, I know a lot of people don't have all this stuff, so I've tried to do some of the work for you that might provide you with a chance to do something that you haven't been able to before. I mean, when I started off with graphics, I had no help, and I always wanted something that would help me to get better. And I'm not saying that this stuff is definitely designed to do that, but it gives you a good chance, and I wish there was something like that around. I mean, of course, when you download any pack when you start off, it's great, because it's something new and something exciting, but after a while, when you see the same stuff time and time again, it, as I said before, it gets stale. And I'm trying to do this sort of impartial piece where I'm trying to make a difference, and it's not easy at all, and it's taken a lot of time to put this together, and making a change to something each time directly off the top of your head is quite tricky as well. So I'm hoping that you guys can understand sort of the variety and the amount of time and effort that have gone into this. I mean, even simple things like having a 3D alphabet, although they're about, unless you directly search for them, you don't get them in many graphics pack these days, and if you do, it's the same one. So I've tried to do things like creating it with different fonts and different styles. So here we've got stone, here we've got rust, and then there's another folder. There's different fonts designed to give different atmospheres with different work, and these are all, you know, fairly easy to work with as well. Some of them are not too aggressive as well, so that you can make some really nice differences to them as well. Here's an example of a rust one. These will work really well with the lava texture that I showed you before. And then we've got the other folder which contains a few other bits and pieces. This one's like a melted metal, and it's one of those things where when you have something a little bit more unusual or peculiar, it almost in a way can provide you with a little bit of inspiration. And you know, I've always sort of looked at bits and pieces like this, like my Optic background here, and I've always wondered how people start off from one point and get to the next. And I still look at videos now and I still think, how did somebody do this and how did they do that? Which is why I've included it in here, because it gives you the opportunity to see from stage one how I managed to create this. And some people go, well, okay, but it's actually a really good learning tool, because when you see how somebody has done something, it's always interesting because you learn things like little patterns, little tricks, little things that they've done to make this stage. You can also play around with it to see how different effects turn out as well, which is really great, and it's also a great chance to sort of boost your own little skill set. Now, not every pack will be complete with that colour correction, so I've also tried to add a nice little variety in here. And each of these actually do have some under the topic group. The only one that doesn't is this one, which is highlighted at the moment, called Who Knows. I couldn't put it directly under one of the categories, so it went on its own. But I really hope you guys like the look of the pack. That's going to be it for today's video. I can't thank you guys enough for 1.1 plus subscribers. I genuinely can't believe it, guys, and I'm really pleased. I'm moving towards 50,000 views, which is incredible, and I'm really hoping that things like this graphics pack will make a difference. At the very least, I do ask that you at least check it out. The link will take you to a Sellfy website, which is where you can download the pack. I really hope that you guys are interested. If you are, great. If not, no problem. It doesn't hurt though to provide the stuff there for people to, you know, see. So that is going to be it from me, guys. Thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please leave a comment if you have any interest in a tutorial you'd like to see. Maybe it's Cinema 4D related, maybe it's Photoshop related, maybe it's how to make effective oil stocks. You know, you name it, and I'll try and get around to it. So that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoy. I hope to see you around my channel, and hurting myself as always. See you later.